mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Let's hit the thumbs up if you're rolling in.
I'm done, I'm gone, so don't run from the truth. You're lost, now I know you played me just like a fluke. I still can't believe you had me on a leash, cutting all my teeth with all the lies you bring. Let's start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. 'Cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Well, hello, bonjour. How's everyone doing? Hope you are well out there in YouTube land. It is now July 8th, 2024, 12:09 a.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. Mods, if you can tell them that I rescheduled the other live. There was people hanging out in there. If one of the mods will go over there and tell them. Good to see you all. Really do appreciate it. The porch run for cover. Why are you running for cover? What's going on, Trace? What's going on? Hello, Jude, KM, Kelly Max, Valentine, Deanna, Robin, Chopper, Ash Cash, Soldier Girl, Jill, Linda, Jude, Pitro, Mama, Tracy, Sweet, Sunshine, Kelly, Tori, Valentine, Roxy, everyone. Hello. Brenda, thank you so much for being a member of the Pearl family exclusive for 1 month. Really to appreciate it. Thank you for your support. I like you under sandwich. I'm not used to this AZ. Actually, I am, but I like you under sandwich better. I'm just saying. Just kidding. I'm so happy you went live. Well, thank you. It has been kind of discouraging, guys, the last few days on here. So I've just kind of been editing videos and stuff. I'm starting to make videos. Um, I should have one come out tomorrow. Should be out tomorrow. And then I should have another one out after that. Thank you so much, Joe Sal. Thank you, my dear, for 2 exclusive months. Appreciate the support. Dawn, member of 4 months. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate it. Really do. Crap, I am sneaking in, y'all. Don't tell Justin. I won't tell him. I promise. I won't tell him, Misty. Southern Girl member for 2 months. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate it. Has anyone figured out what everyone is arguing with Jules about? I don't know. I really don't know. And frankly, it's what's you know, if someone has a big problem, call the police. Call the police. How about that? Just call the police. If there's a problem, if it's that big of a problem, call the police. Don, thank you so much for gifting an exclusive pearl necklace. Thank you, my dear. If you received that pearl necklace, please thank our beloved Don. Thank you so much. No time for the small stuff. That's right. We don't deal with any of yeah. Mm-mm. Nope, we keep it on the cases is what we do. That's what we do. Call the popo. Call the popo ho. Call the popo. Right? Exactly. Call the popo ho. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Thank you, my dear. You are our porch that we run to cover is what I meant. Oh, thank you, my dear. Appreciate it. Yes, exactly. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I mean, there's not a lot to cover in the Sebastian Rogers case. I mean, if you guys have any if you guys want something covered, let me know because I always need content ideas. Um so I'm always looking if there's something. Oh, thank you, Linda. Hey, Lil Red, Shannon, YouTuber. Yeah, it's just not. I don't know. Everyone, it's like if you like this person, you can't like this person. I mean, it's not fucking. It's grade school, y'all. You know, and I did a brief live this morning on Hey Sweet Tea channel, and there I spoke about a girl who died. She was bullied until she unalived herself. I mean, think about that, y'all. Think about that. This girl was bullied so bad, she thought that having no life at all was better than what she was dealing with. It's unimaginable. It really is it's really sad. Really, really sad. And so, life is way too short, way too short. Hey, Justin, good to see you. I had to take some time away from watching and zooming. Understand, Nicole. Understand. And even as creators, we have to do that sometimes. Um, yes, we live in a cruel world. We love to see, not everyone, but, you know, other people suffer. Like, why do you want to see other people suffer? Why do you want to see other people hurt? If you're not harming children, animals, right? it's like it can be solved, right? You know what I mean? I took off. Yeah. Sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need it. Misty, thank you, my wrong one. What am I doing here? There we go. Can we discuss why law enforcement ain't made no arrest in Sebastian's case? There was one person supposedly other than Sebastian in the house at the time he disappeared. It ain't rocket science. We can speak about that. Absolutely, we can speak about that. TG wife, thank you so very much, my dear. Can we pray for Terry Lynn tonight? Absolutely. Listen, you guys know that I have always taken up for Terry Lynn. Um, Terry Lynn, in my opinion, I mean, she doesn't do anything bad. You know what I mean? Like she's out there looking. She's out there looking. That's the only thing she's doing is out there looking. People's like, well, she sits in her car a lot and all of that. Okay, well, we're sitting in our home or our office or wherever when we're live, but she's on wheels, and that means she's getting from point A to point B. How about that? That's all she's doing, in my opinion. I mean, she's been out there busting her ass looking. What is wrong with that? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Absolutely, Terry can use prayers for sure. Um, anything happened with Terry? I don't think nothing happened per se. I think, sometimes you just need some prayers, when things are just the negativity. You know what I mean? You just need some prayers sometimes. And um, our cups are not always full. They're not always full. And sometimes if you got a little extra and I need a little, or vice versa, when you need a little and I got a little extra, right? You fill someone's cup, and that's all it is. So, Remain Calm's husband passed? Salty Fry? Really? Oh my God. Oh, absolutely, C-Star. Adults can be bullied. Absolutely. And this is the thing. You never know what someone is going through. Yes, it's on our community page. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Had he been sick, Salty Fry? Had he been sick? I don't know. Thank you, Mercy. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's really sad. Um, yes, but not long. Oh wow. Exactly, Don. Listen, have we all been assholes before to another person? Yes, we have. Every single one of us. Every single one of us has. But I think it's the relentless, everyday, don't let off those people, right? And it's just wrong. It's just wrong. For those people who just nitpick about, I just don't understand why we're worried about what another person does on their channel. Like, That's your channel. You do you, boo. Just move on. Oh, that's nice, Marie. That's sweet. Um, so Misty, going back to your question, um, Misty wants to discuss there was one person supposedly other than Sebastian in the house at the time he disappeared. It ain't rocket science, law enforcement. And I agree with that. The thing that I think these people get away with and how they get away with it, in my opinion, again, this is my opinion and my opinion alone. Doesn't mean I'm right, doesn't mean I'm wrong, just my opinion. I think Dawn and Candace, I think Katie, the reason that is because they said someone either abducted their child or they walked away, walked off, right? And that then is putting the responsibility out of their hands. You get what I mean? It's putting that responsibility out of their hands because if someone abducts your child, well, it's not your fault, right? It's not technically your fault. And then if your child walks out on their own, then again, that is not your fault. Now, in Summer Wells' case, I believe a couple things. I think, for instance, I think they probably made some wrong decisions the first few days. Again, they let the parents sleep in the house that night, and the next day is when they went in and did uh, the searches. In Sebastian Rogers' case, in my opinion, they again didn't kick everyone out of that house and allowed forensics to go in. Whether they find something or not, I don't know, but we also don't know if they would have found something because it wasn't done. So we don't know either way in that. Um, Misty, thank you, my dear. We gotta make more of kindness, helping one another, treating one the way we want to be treated. Choose love, not hate a priority again. Yes, I absolutely agree. However, I think that there is there's three ways this case with Sebastian can be solved, maybe four. One is obviously if Sebastian is found, right? If Sebastian is found. Number two, if Sebastian, or sorry, if Sebastian is found. Number two, if someone admits that they did something, right? Number three, with technology, right? Something that they find technology wise. I was watching a case just recently. I need to go back and find that case. There was this case that they were looking and looking and looking and just frustrated about couldn't they knew, right, that these people had done something. They were frustrated. And it was just a group of men just looking at it, looking at, and finally they were so frustrated. They said, Can another guy, they said, Can you come here and look at it? We've been looking at this for 2 years. And he looked at it and he said, You're reading that wrong. They were reading, all of the men there were reading something wrong on whatever they were doing forensically, with the electronics, because it's very confusing. It is so confusing. And it was something they were reading wrong. And that solved the case. It got a conviction. Now, that is something. So, there's that. Um, Tracy, that's funny. That's so funny. That's so funny. Thanks, hubby. um, 3 is 1.5 with CP. 3 is 1.5 with CP. I get the CP part, but I don't get the 3 is 1.5 with CP. I don't understand that. Now, I think that this case is absolutely solvable. I think Sebastian's case is absolutely solvable. Now, we, just like we were speaking about the other day, it was cold in February. It's cold in February. There wasn't a lot of time for, if there is foul play, there was not a lot of time to put Sebastian in a place, right? So is he, if there is foul play, would he be in, you know, the earth, water, or something else? 3 hours is plenty. It is plenty of time. It is plenty of time, but it's not plenty of time if you got to be at work. It's not plenty of time when 6 o'clock comes and you're supposed to wake him up for school, right? So it's not actually plenty of time, right? Now, for instance, if I really believe that 3 o'clock that morning, someone was doing something foul. I really believe that. Misty, in my opinion, the only way Sebastian's case will be solved is if a different law enforcement agency takes over this case. Law enforcement over it now are corrupt due to their deep ties with the Bower Sox, in my honest opinion. I mean, I really wish the FBI could just get a hold of it. Just let them do the work. Let them do it. Not help with it. Do it. Right? So, I mean, we know that at night time, 3 o'clock in the morning. We know that, for instance, Chris could have absolutely left at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, right? And be there at 3. Very doable. And he could be at work at 7. He could absolutely be at work at 7 o'clock. Now, where I think they fucked up the absolute most is 17 hours. I believe they fucked up, in my opinion, pardon my French, is when Chris was allowed to go by himself to get a camper. I think that is where they fucked. Absolutely fucked it up. That's my opinion. Who in the hell, because right there, notice whenever the day he goes to get the motor, whatever the thing is, the 18 fifth wheeler, 18-wheeler, whatever the fuck it is, that thing. The next day, that is when they start saying, maybe he didn't disappear on his own. Maybe they're looking at foul play there. That is what I personally feel that is a big problem. Now, and listen, I'm always going to, tell you the facts. I'll tell you my opinion on the facts as well. But the fact is, they did search his camper. They did search it. I see you. Is she in here? Do you remember when they searched it? They searched it 1 or 2 times. Now, again, let's think about this. And nobody's said this either. Nobody's. I don't recall anyone saying this. Are they very early in this investigation? They were looking in a landfill. That is not a child walking away. It's not a child walking away. Right? Second thing is, if they are searching 3.5 hours away in a camper, do you think they really thought Chris was home? Come on now. If they are searching 3.5 hours away when they searched his camper, because they searched it in Mississippi, by the way, I know at least once. Do you think they thought Chris was home? He went and got it on the 27th and he took it home, so maybe that's when it was searched. Well, I know they searched it in Mississippi as well. That would have had kept Sebastian's body in the camper, not would. Yeah, I believe it was the 7th or the let me look at my calendar. Hold on. What was your I know detectives went to the campground. They didn't say anything about searching it, but I didn't ask. Yeah, the detectives went there, but I believe they searched it because somebody said they had stuff all sitting outside. Um, where was your other message I see you? Because he went and got it on the 27th and took it home. The 27th. I mean, think about that. The 27th. Sebastian went missing on the 26th. I thought he went on the 28th. Justin, plus, if law enforcement suspected an intruder, wouldn't they warn the community? Obviously, they have the flashlight video. Yes. Yep. And it did take them a few days to get all of the neighborhood footage as well. It did take them. You're not going to get all of that footage in one day. You're just not in all the neighbors. You're not going to get it all in one day. CNP from the get-go, Justin. I don't think they were on them from the get-go, in my opinion. I think it took 2 to 3 days. I think it took 3 days before they started saying, eh, something's not right. Yeah, I don't think it was personally Misty. I don't think it was anything like that. I think that wherever he is, and God, I pray that this is just a big, massive, huge misunderstanding and that Sebastian did walk away by himself. But I don't think that personally, but I pray that it is. But I think wherever he is, he's either going and he's either going to be, and this sounds duh, Justin, but he's either going to be close or far. Close or far, in my opinion. Like, so, we got to think about it. If Chris was there, I need to talk to Seth about this. What was Chris's attitude the evening, that evening when Chris got home? What was his attitude later in the evening? Did he seem tired? Right? Because, I mean, which you can be up for a couple days if your adrenaline's pumping really well. But was he really tired? If he was really tired, then he would have to have been up a really long time. Let's think about it. If he, you know, got up Sunday morning, right? And did whatever that day, and then something happens in the evening time, nighttime, something happens to Sebastian. Well, and if he would be involved, again, I'm not saying he is, I'm just talking about a theory here, then he would have had to have drove to Hendersonville, got there at 3 o'clock in the morning. Justin, if we suspect Chris and Katie right away, don't you think law enforcement suspected them? I think law enforcement suspects something. I think they definitely suspect something. I mean, again, you don't look for a child that walks off in a landfill. You don't look for them in a landfill. You don't look for them in the motorhome 3.5 hours away in Mississippi. Did he wear short sleeve shirts? Do you have does Seth have any pictures of Katie or Chris or him, even himself, even like with all of them, of Chris and Katie after Sebastian went missing while he was staying there during the daytime? Does he have any pictures? I'd like to see what he was wearing. Was he wearing long sleeves? Was he wearing short sleeves? How did his arms look? How did his arms look? Thank you so very much, my sweet Misty. I can see KP sending Sebastian off to another person or a facility. I want to believe that's what she did. The alternative options are heartbreaking. Yes, but I think the only way something like that would happen is if, you know, they were kind of like Lori Vallow saying, she sent them off, um, and they're fine, they're with friends or something like that. But I just don't think that is very likely. I really don't. I mean, I think with the amount of pressure that they have received, they would have broke on that by now. They would have just gotten, you know what I mean? And I think, yeah, I see you. I bet you they'll deny it. But if there's anyone in Tennessee who wants to help, let me know. Um, this might have been asked before, but were the dogs brought into the house? Yes, the dogs were brought into the house. You know, I don't know if there was a scent in the house. People always ask me, well, if there, I mean, he lived in the house, so there should be scent of him in the house, right? I mean, there's no way that you could remove all of his scent out of the house. It's just not going to happen. Your scent, your DNA is left everywhere in a house if you live there, right? They took his toothbrush, remember? Even. So, my concern is not if there is a scent in the house per se, because, and people's like, well, what about, is there a scent to the trash, the garbage can? And I'm like, well, it doesn't really matter if there's a scent. I mean, it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. It doesn't really change anything if there is a scent to the garbage can or not. It may mean that, yes, Katie is being truthful about Sebastian, taking the garbage, but it doesn't mean anything else, right? It doesn't mean anything else. Um, it only means Katie would have been telling the truth. I personally absolutely believe he made it home. I absolutely believe he took out the trash. I absolutely believe after he walked in that house, unfortunately, he would be carried out later after walking in that house. And that's tough. Really tough. Philip says, I find myself thinking outside the box about Sebastian because of CP saying the case will be studied for a while. He said it very early too, Philip. Philippe, rather. Very, very early. Why does a stepdad less than like 7 days in, this man is saying this is going to be studied for years? And you know what pisses me off about these people? We are over here racking our fucking brains. So is authorities. And there are people that know about this. What happened? They know. And they sit and watch us like obsessively try to figure this out. And that is a form of control in itself. Think about that. There are people that know about this. Some of them may have spoken to the people that know about this. That's creepy. Very creepy. Chris was, and he bragged on down low, but blatantly in our faces. Yes, it is. It is. And in my mind, I think these people are constantly watching us because they want to know if we're close. That's why they watch. A lot of times they want to know if we're close. They want to know what we've learned, right? Hold on. No. Is that really Seth? That's not Seth. That's not Seth. Check it. Seth is a mod. Check it. You're going to hell if you wrote that. And it's not Seth. Check it, please. Seth is a mod. Blocking. Yeah, I realize that. Yeah. Yeah. There we go, Seth. Hey, Seth, do you block that? I'll give you the privilege, Seth. Block the motherfucker for doing that. That's disgusting. It's disgusting, these fucking people. Um, Seth, do you know if you can't say, don't worry about it. I don't want you to say anything you don't want to say. Um, but like Chris, was he wearing long sleeve shirts the first few days? Driving currently. Okay, no worries. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Be safe, buddy. Yeah. Well, because we care about this case. We care about Sebastian. Yeah, I want to know what was he wearing the first few days. You don't remember? Okay. Do you have any pictures? Only if you can answer. Don't risk anything. Um, but do you have any pictures of the first few days? And did he go to bed early the first night? Because in my opinion, sorry guys, I need to vape for a second. In my opinion, he would have. Yeah, there's fake sets everywhere. There's fake, all kinds of people everywhere. That's interesting. I see you. That's an interesting question. What was Katie wearing? Did she have the same one, the clothes as the day before? Well, because we know Sebastian would have had to have changed. He had to have changed between 6:45 and 9 o'clock. I mean, he could have changed, I guess, at 10 or whatever, but he could have changed then. But we still don't know. Did Sebastian take a bath? Did you give him, well, they said that they gave Sebastian medicine at night. I know a lot of times I want to know if Seth knows how long it normally took him if he gave him the medicine. How long did it take him to go to sleep afterwards? Yeah, I don't believe what Katie says is the gospel. That's for sure. The person that took the trash out wore a hoodie. The footage wasn't clear to be certain it was Sebastian. Yes. Yes, but see, I don't know anything about Star Wars, but they said Chris and Katie finally said it was a baby Yoda shirt. That it was a baby Yoda shirt. Callie Max, Justin, I still go back to the same thing. If was it pull-ups, I'm sure he would have had to have a shower, had a busy day. Um, that's a good point. Um, it just really depends. I don't think he necessarily used the diapers um like use the restroom in his diapers every day, you know what I mean? But I guess he wore them every day when he was at Chris and Katie's. Yes, a big gap in time was not mentioned. A big gap in time was not mentioned, Tina, and that is from 6:45 to 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Um, oh yeah, school next day. Did she just did he just change it before bed? And that's the thing. If he did not take a shower, then there had to be something that happened earlier, right? Earlier in the evening. Earlier in the evening. Now, was Chris there? I don't think he was there in the evening. I don't know. See, I look at it two ways because according to Nina, Chris lies when it comes to where, he'll say he's here, but he's really, he said he was in California, but he was really in Tennessee sitting at his mom's house. Was Chris home that day? If he was, if he was, then who and how did someone drive a car? How did he get out of that house to go get a car? You get what I mean? Because he would have had. So I don't think he was home at that time of the evening, because he would have had to have gotten out of the house at some point. Oh my God, they're chipped to death. Thank you, Kimberly. Uh, he would have had to have gotten out of the house, and Katie didn't go anywhere later that evening, right? So who would have gotten the vehicle? So I don't think Chris was there. But then I think, you know what? All he had to do was call someone, say, pick me up on the street over here, perhaps. Not as likely, but perhaps. He could have driven home to deal with Sebastian and drove back. Oh, absolutely, Carmelita. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think in my opinion and my best theory, I absolutely think he was there some time in the middle of the night. I think at 3 a.m. to be very specific about it. I definitely do think so at 3 a.m. And that's putting it mildly. Someone had to have, you know, done that. Is there anyone in the hurricane's path? Anyone in the hurricane's path? What time was the trash taken out? The trash was taken out. That's a good question. The trash was taken out at, was it 7? 7 o'clock? I think Chris did it himself because he's running the narrative from day one. I know. And was the one making the report to law enforcement to make sure the story. Looking beyond, that is such a good point. Such a good point. Such a good point. It'll come across my ear. What's it? Yeah, you're in Texas, aren't you, Lily? Oh, we're praying for you guys. Girl Rusty, praying for you. Texas Mom of Six, praying for you. Please correct me if I misunderstood. What did you say? Hey, Jude. I heard Seth says Chris wasn't where he said he was. Well, I don't believe. I do not believe Chris was where he says he was. I don't, and I'll tell you 2 reasons why. 3 reasons why. Because A, I don't believe Sebastian walked off by himself, and there's too many holes in the story. But 2, Chris allegedly got fired or his job was up in the air. Why would your job be up in the air? Why would your job be up in the air? And don't say it's because of YouTubers or whoever that had nothing to do with it. Nothing. People still today says Betty and Molly got Don fired. They did not get him fired. They did not get the man fired. They told him to go home for the day. Go home for the day. He still had a job. They just moved him to a different place. And 3, what was the third one? Oh, why are they searching your camper 3.5 hours away? Chris says, I don't need a lie detector test because they knew that I was in Mississippi. Well, they searched your stuff. They must have not knew that much. If they knew you had absolutely stinking jack shit, nothing to do with it, why are they searching your shit 3.5 hours away? Let's be real. Let's be real. That is, you surfed too since when? I don't know what you mean by that. I seen a comment, a so-called coworker said Chris got in trouble at work because he illegally left his camper at the job site. What? Why would he leave his camper at the work site, at the job site? Where did you hear that, Tori? There was a comment on a post. I promise I saw that just. No, I mean I believe you saw it. I believe you saw it. Did you have a screenshot of it? That's hmm. That doesn't even make sense when he had his camper trailer parked and paid for the month at the campsite. Yes, exactly. And again, it doesn't make sense that he, for instance, went and got his camper when he pays for it a month or so. Uh Justin, that's not true. You can't even walk down the sidewalk without being swarmed by security. Well, I don't know. She gets there so early. I mean, maybe there's a big parking lot that they park in. What if it wasn't his camper at the job site? What if he took his parents' camper with Sebastian and had to bring it to the job site he parked at the campground? I don't know. Also, allegedly, a coworker said he was fired the morning of the 26th because of his attitude. Well, YouTuber, I don't remember them saying he was fired, but they said they let him go home because of his attitude. And they let him go around 10 or 11, and he got to Hendersonville about 1:30, I believe it was. The parking lot is gated as well. Excuse me. Hello, Whispering Winds. Yeah, people say some shit, but sometimes they're actually saying the truth in one part, but they're misunderstanding another part, right? So he may have had his camper somewhere else. but I would like to see that source, contact that source and see where he heard that source. Shut up, Josh. I text him earlier when he was live because he hates doing like review videos and stuff like that. He hates it. And he's over there like breaking out in hives. Josh is like literally breaking out in hives. He's like, he's like, you know, pretty much. And I text him, I said, "You look miserable right now. You look miserable."
He needs some milk.
Where was the other one? Here's it. That sounds like Chris when he's drunk, probably. Is there a guard at the work site? CP would have to be signed in to drive and park. Yes. I seen the Katie video. What's the Katie video? Thank you, my dear. Also, JLR was on site, spoke to coworker who said CP told not to come back. Coworker who said CP was told not to come back until this is over. Well, I would like to know why. Oh no, honey. It's like over $900 a month to park. He pays 3 months in advance. Yep, I see you. Chris left work after his boss told him to leave because his attitude, not because he told his boss his stepson is missing. Yeah, well, the thing that has always got me is he says he was in the crane at 6:03. Remember? I was listening out of this here and I was listening out of this here and I was kind of confused. You was not in that fucking crane at 6 o'clock running that crane, dude. You was not. In my opinion, I don't believe KP that he just walked out the door because, in my opinion, I don't think he would have just left his phone. He wouldn't have left his phone. He wouldn't have left his shoes. He wouldn't have left his coat. He wouldn't have went outside at all. Guys, we were talking the other day about the victimology of who Sebastian is. Okay. So, for instance, if God forbid I went missing, right? And they said, "Oh yeah, I saw Justin at the wrestling game, right? He was wrestling other people, right?" You would be like, "That's not Justin, right? That's not Justin, right? He didn't have a stitch of makeup on. And definitely not Justin, right? Didn't have a tooth in his head. Definitely not Justin, right?" That's what I'm saying. Building the victimology of who a person is. And that is not Sebastian. Sebastian hated bugs, hated getting dirty, didn't like to be in water only pool water, right? I bet you he didn't like to be cold. I want to ask Seth that when he. So everyone has their things, and when we're building a victimology, it's very important to do first things first. He never walked out. People would have to see, of course, of course, how far would he go on bare feet, no coat? You think he's going to walk straight in the woods with bare feet? Think about it. 100%, in my opinion, no. You think Sebastian is going to walk in the fucking woods with bare feet? No. Right? In the dark? No way. That right there tells me that he did not walk away. Just those few little things. He didn't take his shoes. Even if he had his socks on, you're still not walking in the woods, right? He was scared of the sound of the back door, right? Do you think he's going to be scared of the sounds of the night? Absolutely. He's going to be scared of unfamiliar things. None of us like unfamiliar things that, that we're not used to, right? It's a wrestling match. I love you. What did I say? Thank you, Misty, my dear. The fact is, if CP would have told his boss that his wife called and said their son is missing, the boss would have let him immediately, because letting him stay at work would be a safety hazard. Not only would it be a safety hazard, you just couldn't do it. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, you are working for St. Jude, right? I mean, you're not working, they're working for St. Jude. Uh, Chris is not directly working for St. Jude. He's working for a contractor and they're working for St. Jude. But there is no human being that's going to say, "Oh, your kid's missing? Don't keep working. Keep working." Not a problem. Come on. Come on. Whatever.
Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher!
Someone was asking for the screaming chicken. Oh, God. Yes, and that is true as well. Construction cannot be. Listen, there is no way in hell that that man was there at 5:15 that morning. There is no way in hell that he was there at 5:15 in the morning. And I'm going to tell you another thing. If Chris's phone or Katie's phone was off at any point that evening into that morning, they know shit's up. They know. They know. And that is one thing that a cop will tell you. If your phone is off the night that your kid goes missing or someone is unalived or something really bad goes down, they know something's up just by that thing right there. Because when is the last time your phone has been off? Let me know. When is the last time you have had your phone turned off for a significant amount of time? I'll wait. Let me know. I need the Jeopardy music. If Chris had not been kicked out of home, do you think he would have purchased the RV or the lot space for 3 months? I think, yeah, I think he would. I don't think he bought that for any sort of reason. Yes, never, 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 but not off. What did Bogey say? Wonder if law enforcement got back phone records. They should have back. It turns off. Yeah, right. Yesterday for a wedding. How long was it off? Snickerdoodle. Did you actually power it down? But it also if you are there's a lot of people around you, right? If you were at a wedding, you have a very good alibi. That is a reason to turn your phone off. It was probably of the daytime. You drove there, you parked, you sat down, you turned it off, right? And there's all kinds of people around you. Now, you're supposed, Chris is supposed to be alone. Katie is supposed to be with Sebastian. If any of their phones shut off that night for any length of time, they're fucked. They will not let off. They will not let off. Right? Because you can say, oh, my battery was dead. Right? They know what your battery charge is. They know what your battery charge is at that time. Restarts don't count. No. We'll have to restart our phone at some point. But as soon as you restart it, right, it starts back up, it should ping from the same location. Only when I haven't been able to recharge in 2 hours at an intimate concert. Right. But you have a ticket for that, right? There is cameras for you to be, right, going in there. You purchased it with your credit card, right? That's different. I'm saying, when is the last time your phone has been off for a significant amount of time and something major happens in your life? Exactly. Knowing how teenagers are about their phones, I can't see Sebastian not having his phone with him in his room with him. And that's what I have thought too, Philippe. I think, why was so Katie, I kind of thought, you know what? Katie and Chris probably took his phone away at night. But then I thought, Sebastian allegedly said, "Good night, mommy. Good night, puppies. Love you." Katie didn't say I love you back, but she went to sleep allegedly. Well, I don't know about you, but a 15-year-old, does does he just lay his phone on the counter and says nothing about it? Hey, Jules, how are you, darling? Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. Well, yeah, they said he can do anything like that, but I bet you he could. I bet you he could. Regardless, I think he could get on it. I absolutely do think he could get on it. I think he could get on Wi-Fi and do it. Kids find a way. They find a way. Did he take it with him the day? Did he take it with him to Costco? You know, Seth, he's still driving probably, but I would want to know, did Sebastian take his phone everywhere with him? Was he a kid that took it everywhere with him? Would he typically lay it on the counter? These are all very important things because you and I have habits that we do every single day. Every single day. Yes, Cindy. There's apps like that that look like a calculator that you can store any other apps in. Yes, and he is a gamer, surely, without his phone or game. Yep. If Sebastian knew how to get the internet Wi-Fi, says he would. Internet Wi-Fi. Huh. They said that what was it, across the street they had um what was it? They, I think Terry Lynn said they connected to the Wi-Fi there. Seth said that he had to remind Sebastian to take his phone and his keys. Then there we go. He may have not been a phone person then. He had to remind Sebastian to take his phone and his keys. I know that he, what was it? Sebastian, I forgot what I was going to say. Shannon Watt's phone number was left in the house, her flip flops by the front door. She wore every day, all of her kids' stuff in the SUV in garage. They were all taken out of the house via Chris Watt's truck, backed into the garage. Yep, we've all seen that video. Yes, it kind of shakes a hand. Sure does. Kind of shakes a hand and does that, right? So, how many flashlights went back towards the house? One. One flashlight. Here's a video. Oops, maybe. Here's the video. So small here. Oh, sorry. I was muted. I was muted. Crap. What kind of vehicle is this? I need to know. What vehicle is this? Tomorrow I'm going to show y'all something about the flashlight videos, kind of, sort of, about the flashlight videos. I would give anything to know. I do believe the neighbors know. Um, I was the first one that said it was the Bauer socks because I used to have a QX80, but I don't believe it is a QX80. Um, I did it first, but now I don't. And I will show you why. Let me show you why. Oh, thank you, Marlene. Let me show you why. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull. All right. You see Chris's headlights? See how they go? They are vertical, they are not horizontal. Most SUVs, including the QX80, is horizontal, but most American vehicles, especially trucks and SUVs, go vertical, not horizontal, not across. Okay. This is a QX60. As you see here, it goes horizontal. The lights go horizontal. Same as on a QX80. It's just a bigger. 1 second. This are the vans. This is the van's light, right? It goes up and down. It goes horizontal as well. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights across. Let me see if I can make it bigger for you. So I don't think it's the van, in my opinion. It does go horizontal. However, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights on the top, right? Excuse me. Now, bear with me 1 second. Wait 1 second. I got so many pictures here. It's incredible. Okay. Almost. Oh, maybe it's the other one. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Projects, category, presentation, Brian Kohlberger. Let me make sure it's not with the other one. Okay. Just bear with me a second. Here we go. All right. This is a QX80. I had one. This is how the lights go, right? This is Chris's actual car, right? This is it from behind. It's kind of got a light here and it's got a light here, right? It's kind of pinched off, if you will. Pinched off, if you will. All right. Now, someone drew this. I don't believe it's like that personally, but um, that's the QX80 someone put there. I can do a truck. I can do anything like that if it's there, but let me find. Okay. If you see here, in my opinion, it looks like these lights go up. This isn't the best picture of it, but it's got a little dot in the middle. Right here is a light. Right here is a light. There's like a bubble thing right here. Right? Now, if we go back, here is a light. Here is a light. Here's a little bubble thingy. Right? The tailgate that goes up. Right? It also has chrome right here, and you can see something reflecting right here. There's a step that's built in, and there's a little bit of shine right here. Also, here Chris does not have a cover over his bed. But let me show you this. I don't know if I might have to pull up the other one. This is an example of Chris's truck. See, it's like a bubble, and it's got thing right there. This one's black, but Chris's has got chrome on it. Okay, give me 1 second. The other it's really important that I show you guys. Okay, it's not this one. It's the next one. Justin, I emailed you. Okay. All right. All right. In the early days, in fact, it was the day after Chris got home. The day after Chris got home. Look at Chris's truck. It's got a cover on it. This is literally the next day, people. The next day after Chris got home. It has a cover on it. Imagine that. Imagine that. You see it? Also, another thing that's interesting here. The van is parked over here. The trailer is parked right there. Kathy's car is right here. I have no idea whose car this is. I wish Seth could type right now, because I would like to know whose car this is. But she said she parks the van over here all the time. It's not over there. It's parked right here. This is February 26th. This is February 26th. Or maybe 27th. It's 26th or 27th. Yep. So, what is that where the van is? That is a motorcycle trailer. No, Seth has a truck. It's probably Chris's sister. That's probably. Well, the Bauer Sox has got their Q80 behind it. Overlook shoe information. I feel got looked over. KP throws in new information on and that she bought Sebastian new shoes twice in 1 month, in addition to the shoes Seth bought because he grew so fast. Listen carefully to everything she says here. Those shoes were used for the dogs. I remember. I feel the shoes could have possibly had little to no scent, but if there is a reason, she added the new information recently. A growth spurt this extreme would require a trip to the doctor. Seth could confirm, in my opinion. 1 second. Okay. 1 second, y'all. Credit goes to Clue Manati. Let me know if y'all can hear this. I hope you can.
I think he grew an inch in a month. Oh my goodness, did his feet grow too? 2 shoe sizes. Oh shit. Holy smokes.
2 shoe sizes in a month? Well, something is wrong if you grow 2 sizes in a month. Can y'all hear that? You hear noise, but it's very low. Okay. All right, it always does this when I play these type of videos. I don't know why. Let me do it like this. Okay. Maybe this will work. 1 second. Oh, credit goes to Queen Bee, actually. Sorry.
Really coming into his hormones. And literally, I think he grew an inch in a month. Oh my goodness, did his feet grow too? 2 shoe sizes. Oh shit. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's why in the beginning there was all that talk about the shoes, and it was like, how does she know? Like, how do you know? Like, well, because he literally just outgrew them all, and we were in the process of replacing them. We started off with, an immediate, a new pair of shoes, and a new pair of boots, and we didn't buy sandals yet because it hadn't turned warm yet. So I told him, I said, when the weather gets warm, we'll buy them then because who knows if you're going to grow more in another month.
She's lying.
But,
She's laughing.
I mean, he literally, like, it was like he went to his dad, and then not even a week later, he's like, Mom, my shoes don't fit. And I was like, but those are new. And he's like, my toes are in the front. I was like, oh, Lord. Get in the car. Like, you're growing so fast. Oh, it's so crazy. So
Bullshit. 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 Mm-mm. Nope. Not today, Satan. Not today. I don't believe that for a second. 2 sizes in a month? No way. There is absolutely no way that he grew 2 sizes in a fucking month. Chicken shit. No way. No. And you know where you couldn't hear it, Misty? You couldn't hear that? Hold on, let me do it like this. Let me see if I can do it like this. 1 second. I'll do it like this. Maybe. Downloads. Why is it doing that stuff? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to fix it for you. All files. Oh no, it's not an MP4. Well, anyway, Misty, he said that Katie said that his foot grew 2 sizes in a month. And I'm going to ask Seth, because Seth bought him a new pair of shoes too. 8 to 12 millimeters a year. Agree, no way 2 shoe sizes in a month had. Listen, I am the shortest person in my house. Everyone in my house is tall. Everyone is tall. Everyone. Very tall. Like 6'1" and up. So, no. No. What does he have? Chris feet? No. Not happening. She's only talks to distract, in my opinion. Yeah. There is no way. And Chris or Katie, Seth, when walked in the door, and he said all of his shoes was right beside the door. That's all it was. Yeah, they're all tall. Well, the weird thing is those two say and just expect people not to think about or question it as well. Well, some people don't question it. They're just like, yeah, I believe you. The only way that could happen is if Katie bought him shoes from one line and they were the wrong size. Well, she said he wore them and he went to Seth's for the weekend, and then Sebastian came back home and said, "Mom, my shoes are tight." And she said, "Get in the car, kid." No. Michelle Duggar fake voice. Oh my god. Oh my god. Listen. When I watch the Duggars, I get anxiety. Like, I swear I have PTSD from it because I have 4 pastors in my family, and like, you know how they talk. I can't do it. Why do people like that, and like Lori Vallow and the Chad Dabo, why do they all talk like that? It gives me PTSD, I swear. Wow, size 18 shoe, Lord, my man is a 14 in his flippers for feet. Who has size 18 shoes? That's crazy. I mean, I'm short, but I have big feet. I wear an 11 or 11 and a half. I'm sure the pastor and your family are more morals than the Duggars. I'm just kidding. They are. I'm just kidding. I know a guy 16 shoes. I got the joy, joy, joy down in my heart. Where down in my heart? Where down in my heart? And if the devil don't like it, then he can sit on it, sit on attack. That's funny. A friend of mine has one of Shaq's sneakers. Yes, Shaq wears big feet. His big old feet. Shaq, he endorses everything. Have you noticed? Like his face is everywhere. He endorses everything. That man is making fucking money. Vaguely, yes, I vaguely do remember that though. I wear a size 6, so yeah, gigantic, yeah. Yours is a male too. What's a male? The Simpsons predict everything, right? Like I'm not really a person that believes in many psychics, to be honest with you, but they got some creepy stuff going on. I don't like conspiracy theories. Oh, guys, really, the simplest of answers is usually the answer. It's usually the most simple out of everything. Hey, Fifth. He has to work all the time. He said in an interview once that he gives his daughter anything they want and he pays for everything. Jack, you need a 40-year-old child? Justin, you're only short at home. I mean, I'm 5'8" or 5'9". I mean, I'm not Dolly short. I'm not T-Rev short, but I am short. um, the dog handler from PA used one of the Sebastian sneakers for scent. They were gray and white, size 10. I'm almost your height, Justin. Yeah. One thing you will notice, celebrities, most celebrities are very, very short. It's so strange. They're either really, really, really short or they're really, really, really tall. My boyfriend is Dolly short. Oh, that's okay, Shannon. It's okay. It's so weird because I used to always think you were like 5'10" or 6 foot. No. No, I'm not that. I wish. You meant D Wendy? Who's D Wendy? Who's D Wendy? Yes, Occam's razor. The explanation that requires the fewest assumptions is usually correct. And that is so true. Didn't we hear CP and Sebastian wear the same shoe size? I don't know. Chelsea Grimm. I don't know who Chelsea Grimm is. Name sounds familiar, but I don't. Chelsea Grimm. I'm really tall in your dreams. Oh, you're going to be disappointed when you meet me. I just Google on when feet of a 16-year-old stops growing on a male, but yet can still grow at the age of 20 in some cases. Yeah, you can grow until you're 21, I believe. Yeah. Well, you know what was interesting in the beginning, uh Chris and Katie would not disclose how many shoes Sebastian had. What? Oh, Chelsea. Okay, Chelsea. It's a blonde moment. Yeah, it's late. What about Chelsea? Did they release who it was? Hold on one second. I thought we were talking about celebrities. I'm thinking of Chelsea Handler. Let me look at something real quick. It was a Facebook. Chelsea. Oh, still not thinking right. Sorry. Um, yeah, I'm going to go live tomorrow about her. I'm going to go live tomorrow about her. That has been the only place I find them at Ross. It's just hit or miss. Otherwise, I have special order. What size do you wear, DV survivors? You wear like a big size or a small size? Wasn't it Christina Grimm that was unalived by a stalker fan? No, Chelsea, she's from, well, she's not from, she went missing in Arizona. Seth did say that. Lisa, Seth did say that. I always look up to find what someone says and I never find it. I never find it. Oh, Kevin Costner. They are. She disappeared with her bearded dragon. I'm a 14 size, but I feel a size is only a number. You're a size 14 shoe, Holly? I was somewhere. The other day, or it might have been a dream. I don't remember. But this woman was really, really fucking tall. I was like, damn. I can't remember if it was a dream or the first theory I could explain the shoes, but I couldn't get people to even listen. Okay, size clothes are a 14. I'm back. I'm kind of a dingbat in some ways. I really am. Like, you really have to explain what you mean. Like, some people, It's sometimes don't get it otherwise. But then I get it. I'm good at like true crime stuff, but just like other stuff I'm not. They are the best, Jules. They really are. Thank you. When I do actually find a size 14 men's for my son, they're usually clown looking, and my son will wear the. Yeah, yeah. I feel bad for people who, can't find a right. Well, I mean, I wear an 11 and a half, even a 12 in some, and like I can never find a shoe that I actually like, because all men's shoes are 8 to 10 and a half. All men's shoes. It's like 8, 9, 9.5, 10, 10 and a half. You might find some 11s, but like 11 and a half, 12, it's mission impossible. Thank you, Vaughn. I meant Christina began her career as a singer, and she was unallowed to. Yes, Misty. She had dark hair. I remember that. Yes. That was crazy. Yeah. She was like a stalker fan. Has any one of you ever had a stalker? It's very scary. I had a guy that used to stalk me at my job. When I was waiting tables, I was young, and he was an older man, creepy motherfucker, and he had a lot of money, and he would try anything and everything, and I would hide from him. I can't find the DC. I sent you a screenshot of the name of guys who saw Kathy at Orsham's. Oh God, I would love to do that. I would love that. I am stalked walking to the store 15 minutes, and they try following me in the middle of the day. Be very careful. Don't walk alone. And if you do walk alone, carry something with you, and be careful. They can jump out of the bushes from a hillside or whatever. Get some mace or a taser, and in a pinch, get hornet spray, bee spray. Could you ask Seth if Sebastian's keys were accounted for? Yes, but I believe everything was accounted for. Box cutter works too. Yep. I was been following when they ran. I must be stupid. LO. I was being followed when I was in Arizona, when I was in Ammon, Jordan. So I yelled, "What?" at the people, and they ran off. Oh my God, Holly. What? Oh God. That's funny. I want to hear about the stalker. That's it. I eventually quit there, plead the fifth, but then I had a very nice manager, and I was really upset one day, like, because like he would like So there was a bar at the place that I worked, and like we would have Halloween parties and stuff there, and it would get a little crazy. Not like crazy because it was a restaurant and a bar, but it would get a little, they'd be partying and stuff and all that. And the place would be packed. And like he would come there and he would always ask for me, and he would like try to whisper things. He'd be like, "Come here," when it was really loud and stuff like that. And I'm like, no. And I got upset one day and I went to my manager and I was like, I cannot wait on this mother chicken any more. He tipped really good though. So, but he did tip really good. You hear me? I'm like, he did tip good though, But I told her, I was like, I can't wait on this guy anymore. Like, trust me, people know, like, this guy will not leave me alone. But he would be like, "Oh, if you ever, need to like clean, if you do any work outside of here," and I'm like, "Not for you, mother chicken, I don't." I was stalked at 16 by a 50-year-old man. One day, he stabbed someone outside of my work. Oh my god! Like, I don't think this guy would. Like, he was old, right? He was old, but he was obsessed with me. I don't think he would hurt me though. But you see, that's me. But now I probably like, when you're like 18 and 19 and you think, yeah. Now I like don't trust. Like, I'm like, so could Sebastian got in the attic through an access panel, and that's why he's not found? No. Nope. He Shannon, if he was there by now, he it would have been well known by now. Yeah, because the body it stinks whenever, there would have been a smell. There would have been it would be coming from the ceiling. The liquids, yeah. 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 And if you have, oof, you can't imagine. They did thermal imaging in the walls. Yeah, they did thermal imaging in the walls, all of that as well. I don't think he's at the house. I don't think he is in a 5-mile vicinity radius. Put the frogs back in the creek, feed the cats. Now a family of raccoons with babies show up at my front door with cat food. I hate raccoons. I hate them. I hate them. I hate raccoons. Those mother chickens eat my cat's cat food that I feed outside. I hate them. Number one rule, be alerted of your surroundings. Always let someone know where you're at all times. Share your location with a trusted loved one. People are evil. Abso-freaking-lutely, Misty. You have 17 chickens. Hey, Miss Call. Justin, remember the summer day come up missing? You remember that summer day? And I was a drug bust. A guy's nickname Spider. Need to find out what his real name is. I don't know what you mean, Miss Cole. Justin, do you remember the day? Oh, the day Summer came up missing. And there was a drug bust. A guy named Spider. Okay. Yeah, possums and raccoons, same thing. I mean, they're not the same thing, but they're both evil. They're both really fucking evil. I'll tell you that. They're both evil. I am just a woman who loves chickens and Jesus. I have a sign in my bathroom. It says, wash your hands and say your prayers because Jesus and germs is everywhere. My stalker, I can't even potty alone. Oh, you're Boston? Oh, it's so cute, D. I just had a raccoon on my porch. Get it off, Terry. Varmints carry diseases. I tell you, since I had limes, I don't want any like crustacean animal nothing around me. Like that's not domesticated. If it is not domesticated, it should not be around me. I had a blind stalking me when I was at the university. You had a blind man stalk you? Are you serious, soldier girl? Are you serious? A blind man? How do you know it was you? All you had to do was not speak around him. That's all you had to do. That's it. Crustacean. I'm just saying. Lymes. Limes. Tick. It changed my life. Changed my life. There are still days that I can think, I just can't get it out. Just can't get it out. And some days I'll be on here and I'll say I'm just having a bad, day with thinking. I know the words. I just can't. It's the weirdest thing. It's so bizarre because it's there, but you just can't say it. It's very weird. Yeah, if you are basically from Tennessee, North Carolina, all the way up to New England, it is really, really bad for limes, but it's everywhere in America. But it's really bad. Soldier girl, accidentally, I tripped a blind man once. It was embarrassing as hell. That's horrible, Sage. Hey, Jude. You tripped a blind man? Where's the flames? Where's the flames? I don't got any flames. That's Chris's whip. I know it was an accident. He smelled her out. Did he really? Yes, Terry Lynn is amazing. Is it worse when you're tired, Justin? Yes, it is worse when I'm tired. But bot flies freak me out. Look up on YouTube if don't know. Bot flies? is our most common bot fly. So it's just a regular house fly? Or no? Ooh. So they do like, I gotta not look at that. That's really bad. Yeah, well, any fly will lay eggs in like you know, it's awful. Hi, Justin. Do you still have fatigue? I have MS and fibro and arthritis and POTS and lots of fatigue. Does anything help? Possums ear ticks. Oh, possums eat ticks. They're good creatures. Yes, they do eat ticks. Still don't like them though. I don't like snakes either. Um, yeah, actually, I can see anything. Um, what bothers me? What bothers me is smells. Smells bother me. I can't do smells. That's that's what has always bothered me. Is but does anything help? Yes, if I eat uh non-processed foods, it helps. Um eating if you have I'm not a doctor, but I'll just tell you from my experience. If you have any sort of neurological autoimmune, I really believe in like eating good fats like avocados, uh, you know, using coconut oil and stuff like that because you need stuff like that. Uh, if you have any type of nerve endings, problems, fibromyalgia, anything like that. And yes, find a Lyme's literate doctor. No, thank God. My feet very rarely tingle now. Thank God, because there were nights where I would sit in my bathtub and just stick my feet in cold water because it felt like they were on fire. Literally. And like I would like be driving and like my bottom of my feet would start getting hot and I'm like, is like my car on fire or something, But no, it's just your nerve endings. Um, Miss Colt, can you email me? Yeah, it did go away. It did go away. Well, Lyme's disease is curable if you catch it early. Number one, you're on a very course of antibiotics, but I still have symptoms years. It's been years now. I'm not near nothing. Thank you, Lord in heaven. I am nothing like I used to be. Like, but I still magnesium helps a lot. Absolutely, Jules. Yes, magnesium is a good one. Natural calm is what I tell people to take. Um, But yeah, I still have twitching. That was a really bad thing for me, was like twitching, like tingling, twitching, but like it doesn't burn anymore. Yes, the limes, yeah, cause the tingling. Your magnesium. Well, Mimi, most people, most Americans particularly, are magnesium deficient. Yes, natural. It's actual natural calm, but someone spelled it wrong one day. We have a joke here. It's called natural clam. Um, yes, diabetes do. And listen, I don't have a diabetic on either side of my family. There is not one that I can think of. I'm very thankful. It doesn't mean I couldn't get diabetes, but yeah, vitamin D, absolutely. Did you have like a rough patch or time around that time, like panic, anxiety? Um, no, no, it wasn't like it really just started almost overnight. Almost overnight. It I remember uh like one of my foots and like my foot and my leg swelled, um but it was like below my knee, and I woke up like that one day, and I didn't know like what the hell it was. Like I was like, what the fuck? My foot swollen, my leg swollen. And then it went away, and I just started twitching. Twitching like everywhere was twitching. And like yeah, I don't know if it's a twitch or it's like a pulse, but have you ever had a twitch in your eye? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had a twitch in your eye. If you've ever had a twitch in your eye. Mhm. It's annoying, isn't it? I had a twitch in my eye constantly 100% of the time for almost 2 years. Almost 2 fucking years. I got used to it almost as much as you could. It just became a thing. And like my arms and stuff still twitches, like I can still feel it here. Like it just goes in spurts, and like my sides will twitch and stuff. And but that wasn't the bad part. The bad part was the dizziness. Yeah. The bad part for me was the dizziness. No, it didn't overdevelop the muscle. God, no, it didn't do shit other than annoy me. Um, but the bad part for me was the lightheadedness and the dizziness. Oh, here. Yeah, vertigo. Yeah, yep. I was at work one day, and I was standing around, uh had like my work stuff in my arm like this, and we were talking, and I had a pen. I was messing with my pen and had it like this, and the next thing I know, I meet the floor. Just fucking flat. Hit the floor. Didn't feel it coming. Didn't see it coming. Nothing. And my, coworkers they're like, oh my God, are you okay? And I was fine, other than I was dizzy. I just got dizzy. And I had never ever had any dizzy spells in my life. In my life. And that was the worst when it first happened, I think. But then I wouldn't drive for a while either, like especially on really bad days. Like I wouldn't drive or anything. Um and some days were better than others, and it took, and exactly what Terry said, get a Lyme literate doctor. Get whatever you have, make sure you get a doctor that knows what the hell they're talking about. Don't get a doctor that just started telling you, don't do it. I got so pissed off. Scans, everything, everything. I went to Cleveland Clinic. And that is where I got fixed. And it took a spinal tap for me to figure out that I had fucking Lyme's disease. A spinal tap. And because there are, if the doctors, they got to run the right test. They got to run this test with this test to know that this test is right. And oh my God, spinal taps. Oh my God. It was fucking, yeah, lumbar puncture. Talk about fucking weird. My heart goes out to any woman that ever has an epidural. I mean, I know they help, but shit. So, anyways, but it was worth it because I left with answers. I don't want to screenshot that. Oh my God. You want to screenshot what? I did 2 twice at my daughter's. Yeah. I gave birth 12 times before a spinal tap. Really? You what? I worked at Vanderbilt and Women's and Children. Oh, that's nice. Oh, really? Well, let's go watch JLR. I'm off to bed, guys. Good night. God bless each and every single one of you. Oh, hold on. Let me check something. Hey, Justin, just went through different photos of Sebastian's case. This video could be. Okay, I'll look at that. Thank you, guys. Good night. Prayers for all of you in the path of the hurricane. Terry Lynn, Justin misread. Oh. What did I misread? No, I would rather give birth 12 times. Oh, I thought you've given birth 12 times. I was like, in the 13th, you got a epidural. All right, guys. Thank you. Good night, guys. God bless each and every one of you in the path of these hurricanes. Take good care of yourself, your family. Justice for Sebastian and all of these babies. I'll see you guys tomorrow, Lord willing. Good night.